We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go, 7, 57.
Set the tone, defense.
Here we go, 47. Heavy. 57. Mike, 57. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
First down, Prescott. And right away, he lost the football. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
24 is the mic. Too little, Cap. 24 is the mic.
Prescott to throw it. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Hey, 47. 24 is the mic. I got you. 26.
Third and long for Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here. In this first quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check 43. Now you won.
From the gun, here's Gone. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards to pick up, first down. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley. Touchdown number 15 of the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
They throw again on second down. This one's complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape, because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
You better be afraid of me. 24 is the mic. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache.
Here we go, 46.
Check me out.
46.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. With Cole Beasley now in Buffalo, you think that might open up some more targets for Michael Gallup. Last year as a rookie, 33 catches for the Dallas Cowboys. Now Elliott. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
And that call makes sense, because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The Rams go nickel here defensively on third.
Let's keep moving. 24 is the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Operating from the gun. Rush. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be fourth down.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move, the Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League, where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
This is Darrell Henderson, the rookie third-rounder. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Tiger.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
From the gun on 3rd down, gone. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Fielded just inside the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Bravo.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. Check.
Get it.
Back to throw, Rush. That's complete to Cobb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. These two teams, of course, met last year in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And, a lot of people were calling that kind of a throwback game to the 70s of the old NFL. And the Rams would get out to the 23-7 lead. Cowboys tried to make a late push, but the Rams would hold on for the 30-22 victory. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
General West.
Draw play, Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
24 is the mic. Let's get it together.
From the gun, rush. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Single, slot.
Single 47. Gun.
Block 89.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
5.
24 is the mic.
On 3rd down, rush. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chidobe-Awuzie with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
You talk about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half to carry that with them. It's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mode.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense. offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And not much room there, so he'll get it up only to about the 21. Leighton Vander Esch, third in the NFL in tackles as a rookie last year, there on the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun. Gone. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
15, spill. We go, we go.
Mike 55. Here we go, here we go.
A shotgun snap for gone. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Mike.
180.
Hey, let's pin the mirrors back.
Hold on. Check.
Watch the whip.
Now a first down throw, gone. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9. When you think about the two quarterbacks in this game, Goff and Prescott, and of course Jared Goff, the first pick back in the 2016 class. Prescott, that same class, but he was in the 4th round, pick number 135. But Dak would take home Offensive Rookie of the Year honors. Fear not, though, for Jared Goff. He would recover, of course, and lead the Rams to Super Bowl 53 and that eventual loss to the Patriots. Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Easy work. Tell.
Here we go on 4th. Gone. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off. It's J.J. Wilcox. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will they be angry? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Keep playing hard.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Here we go, 46.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again they run with Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hell, you won.
Gone. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down, L.A. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Get him.
Goff now to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley. And now it's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Goff forced out to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hold the look.
Again, Goff. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Robert Quinn. Quinn, of course, had some great years with the Rams, most notably back in 2013 in their St. Louis days when he racked up 19 sacks. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Goff now looking to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Here's Goff. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
For the field goal, a 58-yard attempt.
Think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On 2nd down, Prescott again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Brockers, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. It's caught inside the 25. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Let's go 47.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Elliott. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, is one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them.
You mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Well, the returns for the Cowboys on Leighton Vander Esch have been pretty good so far. You know, a lot of Cowboy Nation questioned when they took him number 19 overall this season to go instead of Calvin Ridley. But Leighton Vander Esch would get 140 tackles last year, franchise rookie record for Dallas, en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Consecutive gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards brings up 4th down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. The Rams going for it on 4th. Gone. Going up top for Kupp. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
We're going to 54. Everybody kill.
Hey. 4 down. That's it. 24 is the mic. Watch the sled. 24 is the mic.
Prescott from the gun. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Hey, I'm coming after you.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, 26.
Now Prescott. Paul bringing it in. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Elliott running right. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The kick by Marr is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened. I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end. Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around.
Watch the run.
On 2nd and 12, Goff. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. On first down, it's gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff. They'll get this one to Kupp, complete. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and long. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Trying to get it to Woods. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Eluding the pressure right. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 4th touchdown on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something execute.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Looking to throw. Prescott flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you said,